You remember when I said working in the rain was my least favourite? When's it gonna stop raining? Another day in paradise. It's me trying to stay as dry as possible, and I'm working outside. Could be a futile effort by the looks of it today. Don't think we'll get a hosepipe ban this year, that's for sure. Right, let's go. So Carly and I are on a bit of a two-pronged attack today. We need to sort out a load of service kit for the sail drive, which I've left in her capable hands. I've got to get through a day's work in this, and then we're going to go check out some new digs, potentially, to keep the boat in. Right. So just got one job to finish, one job to get done, and then, as I say, today is going to be a little bit of reconnaissance as well. Carly and I are going to go and have a look at a new berthing which Malcolm has very kindly organised for us to go and have a look at, and even negotiated a pretty awesome deal on our behalf. So Malcolm, you legend, thank you. Alright, I feel like I've just totally glazed over who Malcolm was then. So Carly's already met this chap Malcolm while I've been at work, and he's already been a huge help, helping us source some of the bits we've been looking for, like the new ball valve, and very kindly donated an entire roll of halyards for us, because obviously some of our running rigging was chafed up and we were needing to replace it. So just crazy generous. And then I get a phone call yesterday from Carly saying, Malcolm's here, he wants to take you out for a drink. What time are you going to be back from work? I'm like, I don't know, about 4ish. Anyway. So I get straight back from work, and I head in to meet Malcolm, and the first thing I say to Malcolm is, I'm really sorry, I'm looking an absolute mess. I've literally just got back in from work. Mainly because I've been working here, and it's just nightmarish. Gotta admit, I'm pretty over it now. Anyway, back to the story. So I finish work, I get to the pub and go in to meet Malcolm, and the first thing I do is I apologise to him for my somewhat dishevelled look, because I said, Malcolm, I've literally just finished work, I'm covered in mud, and he doesn't even skip a beat before saying, don't worry about it, I used to be a roofer. It's a nice little bit, that is. I used to be a roofer. A lot is communicated in that little statement. Consciously, subconsciously, I'm not sure, but it's a nice little bit. It's the great equaliser in a conversation. Because what that does is it sort of communicates a lot, in as much as, look, you're a working man, I'm a working man, we're all humans, we're just people here, we come from the same place, we end up in the same place. Just brings you down and just lays this nice nest of common ground. So I sit down, we get a drink in, and the first thing I think is, well, let's get to know the guy who's being so kind and generous with his time, and where better place to start than off of this little hotbed of common ground that he's laid out, of comparable work, of similar backgrounds-ish. So I say, are you a roofer in and around the local area? No, the last roof I built was abroad. Abroad? What kind of roof did you build abroad? And he's like, oh, you know, those automated, hydraulically powered, retractable roofs that you find perched on top of those intergalactic space research telescopes. All right. I built a fence in Wimbledon once. So anyway, Malcolm tells us that he stumbled across our YouTube channel and he loves the videos. And he also said he'd really love to help us avoid some of the mistakes and pitfalls that he wished he had avoided 30 years ago when he started out. Anyway, so Carly and I speaking to Malcolm all night, and we covered a whole range of topics. Let me just get that right. We talked about everything boating, all he's going to help us with all manner of things. However, one of the subjects that we talked about. Hey. Yeah, one of the subjects that we talked about was the fact that our berthing at Hamble was. Oh, let me just put that. That our berthing down in Hamble is coming up for renewal fairly soon, and don't get me wrong, it's been absolutely lovely being in Hamble River for the best part of a year, getting to see how the other half live. But the reality is we're about to leave fairly imminently, and the cost to stay here on a month-by-month basis, the difference between that and this little place we're about to check out in a minute, where Carly and I are heading now, the difference per month could be the difference of additional months sailing in the Med. So it seems mad not to check it out. Yeah, that's where we're heading now. Let's have a look. Potentially some new digs. On Malcolm's recommendation, so we've come down and we've had a look at check this new place out, and it's only going to be short term before we leave, but as I say, the money saved really could be for us and extending our budget, the difference between an extra month or two in the Mediterranean, which sounds good to me. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.